What's going on YouTube? How's everybody today? Very good to hear. Today I want to talk about this band called Krang. This is their 2010 album released on Cassettes Records called They Came From Planet D. Krang is a psychedelic rock noise quartet from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. They've been called Edmonton's best kept secrets. I don't know how long they've been around. They've only been around for a little while as far as I know. It's their debut album. I think all they had before this was either an EP or a 7-inch or both. But anyway, debut album, psychedelic rock, this heavy 70s druggy narcotic influence on it. It's got a noise element to it. There's their typical trademark psychedelic sounds with the whole sprawling guitar and all the bass and drums and guitar and all that kind of shit just kind of ooze out of your speakers, and there's little periods where they rock out and there's guitar solos and the songs go on forever. Like, this album's only 5 songs long, but it goes on for like 38 minutes. So there's a lot of sprawl, a lot of shit going on. It's just the kind of shit it's just you can just put on and bliss out to and have it melt your face off and totally destroy your brain too. Very hazy, very trippy, very spacey, very dark, very groovy too. It's very heavy on grooves. The production on this album isn't the best because it's still a pretty small-time band. It's produced by the guy who actually owns and operates Cassettes Records, named Eamon McGrath, who is a great musician in his own right. Pretty cool guy. Met him several times. But even though the production quality is somewhat lacking, it kind of suits the music anyway. It gives it this whole kind of gritty, lo-fi, bare bones kind of feel to it. But the music on it is very loud. It does kick your ass. It's very heavy on the grooves. It's solid songwriting on here. It really takes its time. The songs take their time to build before they totally freak out and get crazy on you. They're all little calmer, quieter moments, the rock out moments, the weird spacey noise moments on here, brought to you by the guy who's even credited as playing noise on here, Parker Teesian. He also plays clarinet and does some vocals. I'm not sure he plays harmonica on here. There's a little harmonica on the first track too, but very cool stuff, very trippy. I can see any fan of psychedelic rock, psychedelic music getting into this. Anyone who's a fan of like Hawkwind or Comets on Fire or Wooden Ships, shit like that. Pretty cool band. I like how I'm from my hometown too. I'm very kind of apprehensive about reviewing local bands, but if it's one I really like, I'll no problem giving a shout out. I've been looking forward to getting this album for so long, and they had a show one Saturday, and I work every Saturday night, so I sent my friend to go get me their album, and sure enough he did. He came through. He rarely does, and dropped it off at work. Such a cool guy. He was really drunk when he dropped it off too, so you could just tell he had a really good time at the show. And I hear these guys absolutely kill people live. It's supposed to be just an awesome show, just like a physical experience to withhold and stuff like that, to behold, whatever. But yeah, very cool band. I'm glad they're getting a lot of coverage online and in magazines and local newspapers and all that. Not much in the way of artwork though, just the drawing of some trees, the weird band logo, Krang, named after the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle villain, the brain who told Shredder what to do, made Shredder his bitch. I'll put links to some of their videos and live performances in the D-Box. They had this one cool performance they did for Breakfast Television, which is kind of a weird venue for this kind of band. It's totally like a nighttime band, so for them to go on like local TV and perform on a breakfast show for people just getting out of bed to watch Krang must have been a really strange experience. But anyway, cool that these guys are getting a lot of coverage. They played a lot of shows. They played for Weird Fest. They've opened up for bands like Hair Police and Jucifer and shit like that. I am going to see them live, I think, next month, maybe on the 9th or 19th. I can't remember when, but if you like heavy guitar, lots of fuzz, lots of feedback, lots of distortion, lots of psychedelic, bluesy flavors, it's trippy-ass rock and roll music, very cool. It's Krang's debut album. They Came From Planet D, released in 2010 on Cassettes Records. I'll put links in the down box so you guys can go check it out. I strongly suggest you do. They're very cool, and I hope they're going places. Krang.